Hello, great people. Welcome back, and let's solve this Math Olympiad question together. Remember, this is exponential equation because of this exponent, okay, this power. Now, let me show you how best to solve this. Meanwhile, if you know what to do, kindly drop your own method in the comments. Let me take you through what to do. Now, to answer this, because it's exponential, you have to remind yourself of some of the rules of this exponent, and let me help you. One of the rules says if you have a to the power of m divided by this, okay, it is the same as a to the power of m. This division will turn to subtraction, so you have power of n, provided this and this are the same. Now let's apply this here. So to do that, we are going to begin this with solution. So this is going to give us, this is in this form, so let's take it back to this. So it's going to give us 4 to the power of x, then divided by 4 to the power of 3. This is the same as this, following this, okay? And this is equal to 18. Now, at this point, you need to clear this fraction, this denominator. So to do that, you multiply each term by this. So we're going to multiply each by 4 to the power of 3. So this is what we have. So multiply this by 4 to the power of 3 and do same to the right side so that the equation will be balanced. Okay, so you notice this is over 1. So this can cancel this. And in that case, we are left with 4 to the power of x to be divided by 1. And when you divide a number by 1, it returns that number. Did you see? So this is what we have. 18 is multiplying 4 to the power of 3. Now, at this point, you need to ask yourself a question. Is there possibility of expressing this number to be in the same base as 4? Even if it can't go in base 4, can we take it to be in base 2? If your answer is no, it means at this point you need to introduce your logarithm. Now, because we cannot express this to be in base 4, neither can we express it to be in base 2 because that's the only common base that this 4 can share. Okay, so since we cannot express it in either base 2 or 4, we are going to introduce logarithm. So in that case, what do? So we're going to have it that this is going to give us log of 4 to the power of x is equal to log of this. Okay, log of 18 multiply 4 to the power of 3. Remember, these two are together. So what do you do again? Let me remind you of another rule of logarithm, or one of the rules of logarithm, which says if you have log a raised to power m, it simply means this power will multiply, so it becomes m log a. This is very important rule, okay? So let's apply this rule in this. So in that case, this x is going to multiply the log. So we're going to have x log 4 is equal to log 18 multiply 4 to the power of 3. I hope you are there. Now, what do you do again? There's another rule that is very important here. And let me remind you of that rule. The rule says that if you have log, let's take this, we have log of a multiplying b, okay? It is the same as log a. You now turn the multiplication to addition equal to log b. Did you see that? So this is another important rule that we are going to use to answer this question. I hope you are still with me there. Very interesting. So let's apply the second rule here. Okay, so we're going to have it that x log 4 is equal to log of 18. This multiplication sign is what is here. So you're going to add. Okay, so it becomes plus log of 4 to the power of 3. So what do you do again? Remember, you are to get x. So you are going to divide by the coefficient of x, which is log 4. So we divide this by log 4 and divide each one by log 4. So you see this can cancel this, and we are going to have x is equal to, we now have log of 18 all over log of 4 then plus this will give us, using this rule here, which is this. So we're going to simplify this so that 3 will multiply. So we're going to have 3 log 4 all over log 4. I hope you're with me there. So what do you do at this point? Remember, at this point, we are trying to simplify, okay? So at this point, you will notice that log 4 is here and here, so it can cancel each other. So we are now left with x is equal to log 18 all over log 4 plus 3. Now, we still need to reduce this. Now, how do we reduce it? We are going to get the prime factor of this, 18. So in that case, we are going to have it as, this is going to give us, for 18, we can express it as log of 18 can be 2 can divide it to give us 9. 3 here is 3. 3 here is 1. Okay, so 18 can be expressed as log of 3. 3 is 2, so it will be 3 squared multiplied by 2. When you multiply this, it gives you back 18. I hope you are there. All over, for 4. 4 is the same as 2 here is 2. 2 here is 1. Did you see? So 4 is same as log of 2. Because it's 2, it can be 2 squared. Did you see it? Then plus 3. So what do you do again? We are still simplifying. So in that case, we are going to have it as, this is going to give us x is equal to log of, we are going to apply this rule now. So we have log of 3 squared. This times will become plus. So we have log 2 all over log of 2 squared, then plus 3. So what do you do next? We keep simplifying till we get the value of x. This will now give us, we are having x is equal to, for this, we apply this. So we're going to have 2, this will give us 2 log 3 plus log 2. We can now split this denominator to each of these. So it becomes, this will give us 2 log 2, okay? Take this here, okay? Then also use it to divide this. We have 2 log 2, then plus 3. So we simplify to have x as, you notice now that 2 is common, so you can cancel 2. And we are having log of 3 over log of 2 plus, for this, remember the quotient of this log is 1. Very important. So in that case, when you cancel this, you cancel log 2 and log 2. So you'll be left with what? Half. Please take note, okay? Plus 3. Now what do? We are concluding. So we have it that x is equal to, now at this point, there is one rule, very important rule of logarithm, that says that if you have, let's write it down, we have log of a over log of b. It means log of a base b. We call it change of base rule, okay? So we're going to apply this rule here to get the final value of x. So if you do that, we are going to have it that our x is equal to, x now becomes, applying this, we are going to have log of 3 base 2 plus, if you add this, it's going to give you 3.5, okay? So this becomes the value of our x. Now we're going to do a check to know if actually what we got is right. So to do that, we are going to have it that, so let's do a check. So putting this value of x here, we're going to have 4, our x is log of 3 base 2 plus 3.5, okay, then minus this 3. Let's see if it gives us 18, okay. So what do you do now? This is going to give us 4 log of 3 base 2. If you subtract this, you can subtract this because they are constants. It is going to give us half, okay? So is equal to, can it be equal to 18? Now we are going to apply simple rule of exponents here. And this rule of exponents says, if we have, let's write it here. The rule says that if you have a to the power of m multiply a to the power of n, it means a to the power of m plus n. This turns to addition and you take one base. Okay, so you see that is one base that is holding these two powers. So we are going to apply this rule here. So in that case, we are going to have 4 raised to power log 3 base 2. So we are going to have multiply by 4 raised to power half. Is it going to give us 18? Now this is going to give us, we have this 4, we can express it to be 2 raised to power 2, then raised to power of log 3 base 2, multiplied by 4 raised to power half. So we are going to have it that this, remember, if you have a raised to power m raised to power of n, in your exponent, it means a raised to power m will multiply n. Okay, so if you apply this here, you are going to have it that 2 will be raised to power of 2, because this will multiply, we have 2 log 3 base 2, then multiply by 4 raised to power half. So we are going to have it that this 2, according to this rule, will now become the power of the log. Did you see it? So it's going to give us 2 log 3 raised to power of 2 base 2 is being multiplied by 4 raised to power half. So this is giving us 2, 3 raised to power 2 will give us 3 times 3, which is 9. So we have log of 9 base 2 is multiplied by 4 raised to power half. Now you will notice that this base of the log and the base, this general base and base of the log are now the same. And that reminds you of this rule, which says that a raised to power log of p raised to power a is equal to p. This is one of the laws of logarithm. So we apply this rule here, okay? So what it means is that the base and this are the same. Did you see? So it's going to give us 9. So this is giving us what? 9, okay? Multiplied by, this means 4 raised to power 2 means we are going to have 2 raised to power of 2, then raised to power of half, okay? So if you apply this rule here, you will see that this will multiply. So we're going to now have it in conclusion as, so this is giving us now, so we have it that 9 multiplied by, this has become 1. So we have 9 times 2, okay? And 9 times 2 will give us 18. And 18 is what we have at the right side of the equation. So what is your conclusion? Your conclusion is that x is this. Remember, you can also write this as x as 3.5 plus log 3 base 2. So whichever one is correct. And I hope this answered a lot for you. Don't forget to tell us how much in the comments. Remember, you can subscribe for the more you get. Give this tutorial a thumbs up and see you in our next class. Bye.